Good morning, YouTube. This is Mark from Northeast Indiana in the shop. A little Firearm Friday, maybe, huh? So, this is just a educational video for YouTube. If you're looking at this, not going to do any shooting, not going to talk about violence. I've got my own opinions on that. But this is educational for both you and for me. This is a new acquisition I just picked up. It is clear, it's double barreled. It's a 16 gauge. It's a J. Stevens. Some people mistakenly refer to these as the 5100. I don't know if that is the model number. I don't believe it is from the reading I've done. I bought this in a local shop. It caught my eye, number one, because it was double barreled and I don't have a double barreled shotgun. I've always wanted to add one to my collection. The price was dead on, very inexpensive for what I thought the firearm should go for. And it's a 16 gauge, which I do not have any 16 gauges in my collection. So I'm going to be showing some different clips of this, some markings on this firearm. Pretty neat. I don't know much about this, so this is an educational video, not just for you, but for me. If you know firearms and you'd like to chip in, I'd really appreciate it. The stock, the fore end, I believe is made out of tenite, if I'm saying that correctly. It's not wood, it's tenite. I believe I've traced the manufacturing date as close as I can back to between 1940 and 1948. So it's an 80-year-old gun. It is missing what went in here. I'm not sure. I'm assuming this was a cleaning rod that screwed into the buttstock. It is missing that, so I'll be looking to replace that. But overall, it's in good condition. It's not in excellent condition. It's been used. It's in good condition. It's very tight still. Doesn't have any movement at all. Very tight. Triggers are tight. Just a neat piece. Really this would be a fun gun to go, dove hunting, or I might be pushing it with pheasant, maybe rabbit. I've got some ammunition coming. But this is just kind of something I'm going to clean up today, and I'm going to make a special hanger, put up probably in our bedroom, and put it up on the wall. And maybe next fall and winter I'll get it out and do some hunting with it. Let me show you some of the markings on it. You can see here the numbers 5100 in the lower left side. J. Stevens Arms Company, Chicopee Falls, Massachusetts, in the United States. This on the right side. On the left side, you have the word Stevens and a beautiful engraved pointing dog, which I just think is the neatest thing on this left side. Up on top of the barrel, you have the selected forged steel stamped in the barrel on the right. On the left, the 2 3/4 inch chamber, 16 gauge, and that's up on top. Here you can see inside I believe these are date codes. You see the letter A, C, and then the letters A and B in circles. And I believe that gives indication of what date this is. On the opposite side, you have the letter S stamped into the firearm. And I'm still doing reading on what that exactly means there. Underneath the gun, you have the inspector's mark, the heart. And then on the fore end, you have patent pending, written very small there. This gun also has 2 beads on it. It's kind of neat. And looking forward to getting out in the field and utilizing those. Pretty simple mechanism. It's a 80-year-old gun. I'm gonna call it, 75, 80 years old. It's been used, which I appreciate. My shotguns that I use for hunting they're just that. They're a tool. I take care of them, but they do get dinged up, crawling through brush and stuff like that. Try to take care of them. I don't abuse them. And this one needs some attention. It needs some good cleaning. It's nothing that is going to interfere with the working ability of this firearm. Originally, I wasn't very keen on this 10-ite stock. Now, I bought this in a shop. I bought it in a pawn shop. I can't remember if I mentioned that. So the folks there really did not have a good idea of much about this firearm. I looked at it, and originally I told them, I said, yeah, this stock, it's not original. It should be walnut. And I walked out of the shop without purchasing it, went, sat in my car, got on my phone, started doing some reading, and then I'm like, holy crap, no, that is original. And started finding out exactly what I was looking at. Now, this is not a diamond in the rough. This is not a barn find. This is not an expensive shotgun. When it was manufactured, I think $20, I think you could get it for, if I remember looking right. In that era, World War II, they did put 10-ite on these firearms to save the walnut for weapons that were being used in World War II. So I find that very fascinating as a history buff, and I like it. And I want to try to preserve these as best as possible, and use it. I want to use it. So there's another little project I got going, lots of fires in the iron. Iron's in the fire. All right, so here's what I'm asking. I've showed you the clips of all the markings on the firearm. I have been scouring some old gun forums for information. I don't have a lot of information on this firearm. If you're a firearm buff and you want to help me get some information, I sure would appreciate it. That everything I've shown in the clips is what the markings are on the firearm. There are no other markings on this firearm outside of what I show. I love the pointer, the dog, engraved on the side, on this left side, and it's just cool. I really enjoy that as a looker, just looking at it, thinking back to whoever first had this, and obviously it's been worn. You can see some wear on the barrel where maybe it was in a case or maybe a scabbard, I don't know. And it's been used, If this gun could talk, I would love to sit and listen. And it's going to be used again in the future. I'm hoping to take it out and harvest something legally with it. So everything is very good. There's no slop in the gun whatsoever. It's tight. Everything is really what I'm looking for. Now, I should have brought another shotgun out here. I'll tell you about it. Maybe I'll do a video on that. But the reason why Stevens caught my eye is because my dad, who's passed away, I was able to get the only gun he ever owned, which was a 410 Stevens. My dad was born in 1937. At the age of 13, he and his older brother both got single shot 410s, J. Stevens. And I have harvested rabbits with that. And the only thing that happened with that firearm is when you break it open, the ejector for the shell, I was out hunting one day. It was cold. It was rabbit season in Indiana. And I shot a rabbit. I ejected the shell, or I went to eject the shell. When I did, the shell didn't pop back a little bit like it normally does. And I got to looking at it, and either when I broke the gun open at that point or the shot previous, that shell extractor or whatever you want to call it, it broke. And I couldn't find it where I was at. There's snow and everything else on the ground. I've been tromping around, and the gun still is usable. I can shoot it, but I got to pull that spent shell out of the barrel on the old 410. So this will be my second Stevens shotgun, and I'm really happy with it. Something different today, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for new subscribers. Got a couple new subscribers, and something a little bit different, just a little off topic of what we normally talk about here on the channel. If you can help me out with some information on it, I appreciate it. You can email me, you can do it down in the comments below, however you'd like to do it. That'd be great. I hope you're able to get out in your shop. It's a little bit chilly out today. If you don't like the weather in Indiana, just give it a few hours. It'll change. You know, Indiana, you just gotta wait a few minutes. The weather's gonna change. So get out in your shop, try something new. Don't be afraid to fail, because more often than not, you are gonna succeed. We'll see you on the next one. I got some neat things coming up. Y'all take care. Cheers.